As we kick off our CES coverage, the auto world and investors are riveted by dueling headlines. One of the biggest is virtual. General Motors CEO Mary Barra keynoted by unveiling the all-electric Silverado, but from Detroit. Two other companies, however, attempting to steal GM's thunder here at CES. We've got a live camera on the floor right now at Chrysler parent Stellantis' massive booth. Early this morning here at CES, Stellantis' Chrysler announced that it plans to go all electric, no more internal combustion cars by 2028. And those plans begin with the crossover concept called the Chrysler Airflow, unveiled online. You can see from our live camera right there down on the floor. It's actually just a couple of hundred yards away from where we are now. And then Sony, whoa, coming a long way from introducing the Walkman years ago here. Look at this. Sony pulling a page from Apple. Breaking news this morning that it's going into the EV business. Yes, the car business. What can we show you? The prototype right here on the floor of the West Hall, which is where I am, CES Autoland. GM would have been here, but chose to unveil in Detroit. So let's take you to Detroit Live, where General Motors Chairman and CEO Mary Barra joins us with the new all-electric Silverado. Mary, wish you were here, but you're fresh off your virtual CES keynote, and everybody thought the EV Silverado was going to be your biggest headline, but you broke the news that by mid-decade, GM will sell personal autonomous cars. What are they going to do, and what will they look like?
Well, what we said is as early as mid-decade, but we think there is a market for personal autonomous vehicles when you look at how far along the technology is with Cruise, and we believe they'll be the first large-scale to have autonomous ride and delivery vehicles. And so it's a natural follow-on that as early as mid-decade, we could have personal autonomous vehicles that are ready for the consumer, which will make the whole network better because it puts more nodes on the network, gives us more scale. So it becomes really a momentum play for us. So we're excited about that, but we're also super excited about the Silverado EV. It's doing exceptionally well. In fact, the limited edition RST model sold out in 12 minutes online, and the orders are still rolling in. So we're super excited about the truck and all the vehicles that we have talked about today.
We're showing it on the screen right now, and there is one right behind you. Let's talk about the orders. You opened up the order book right after your keynote. You say you sold out in 12 minutes. I mean, that is stunning. What does that tell you about the demand for heavy-duty vehicles that are hugely popular already, but all electric?
Well, I think there's going to be a huge market for trucks, both light duty and heavy duty. We're super excited about the Silverado EV. Again, the limited edition sold out, but we want to make it sure everyone understands we are still taking orders for the Silverado E because we're going to have vehicles all the way from starting at $39,900 all the way to just over $100,000 and increments in between 50, 60, 70. So we are truly going to have a purpose-built EV truck for every possible need that people have for trucks from an electric perspective, and with leading performance across all of the key metrics truck owners look for, along with 400-mile range. So a very significant truck. You can see all the versatility that the vehicle has when you have a dedicated platform with the midgate, so as well as the multi-pro tailgate. This is a truck for truck buyers.
Yeah, 400 miles on a single charge, definitely. That's good for, stamping out range anxiety. This morning, it's almost like hand-to-hand combat in the auto world now with these headlines. Stellantis, of course, announced that Chrysler, they're the parent of Chrysler, your competitor, is going to go all EV by 2028. Are you going to match that?
Well, we've actually already announced that we plan in the U.S. to have all of our light-duty vehicles be EV by 2025. And we've also announced that we'll have heavy-duty Hydrotech vehicles by that time as well. So we're moving on a much faster scale and very excited. And when you look at not only the Silverado EV truck, but also the Equinox EV, the Blazer EV, the Cadillac Lyriq that goes on sale in a couple months. We talked a little bit about the Celestiq. We talked about the Sierra EV as well. We just have a whole host of EV vehicles that'll join the Bolt EV, EUV, and the Hummer that's already being delivered. So when you look at that portfolio, that's why we're confident that we're going to be #1 in EV sales mid-decade in the United States.
Okay, but I got to push you here. Do you foresee a time where General Motors will no longer make internal combustion vehicles?
Well, again, we've said by 2035, all of our light-duty vehicles will be EVs, and we're looking also where we'll be around the globe. In certain places, you need to make sure that you have the right charging infrastructure. But we are leaning heavy into EVs. So yes, we believe in an all-electric future, and we're the most aggressive in the United States for light-duty vehicles with setting that goal of 2035.
Okay. I've got to ask you about Tesla, because you guys came out punching in saying that we're going to overtake Tesla as the lead in selling these electric vehicles in the future. But there almost seems to be a little bit of barb trading here. In fact, General Motors last month released this icon of the Hummer, the all-electric Hummer, and it appeared, if I didn't know better, it looks like it was rolling right over the Cybertruck made by Tesla. Obviously, Elon Musk is now responding, saying, you know what, GM has, quote, room to improve when it comes to, reaching your goals. What would you say to that?
You know, what we're focused on is understanding the customer and knowing what they want. That's what General Motors has been doing for years, and that's why when you look at the Equinox that we're going to have that is right in the high volume market for where consumers in that $30,000, $35,000 price range, what they're looking for. We're also investing $250 million to make sure that we're going to have the right charging infrastructure to really serve those customers who only buy one vehicle, and putting them in a position where they can choose an electric vehicle, and they already have the trust from whether it's Chevrolet, GMC, Buick, or Cadillac, because General Motors has the highest loyalty in the United States. So we're going to leverage the great loyalty in our customer base that we have. We have a tremendous footprint that we've already converted our plant in Detroit Hamtramck Factory Zero. We're converting Spring Hill right now, and we'll shortly have 50% of our footprint in the U.S. and in China converted to producing electric vehicles. So we're here to take all of the momentum that we have with the relationship with customers and move them into EVs and make sure we not only provide them with a great vehicle, but a great ownership experience and services and subscription models on top of that to really change the whole vehicle experience.
Well, that thing behind you, the Silverado all-electric, is really a huge step. Thank you for joining us. We've got to get in that Cadillac Lyric. I want to test drive that thing, okay? So thank you so much.
I look forward to it. I look forward to it. Thanks again for the opportunity.
Of course, Mary Barra in Detroit. She did the keynote virtually here at CES.